Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel. Uh, yes, I got a basket here of stuff. I'll try to explain this a little bit. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Oops. Knocked my phone over. Oh my goodness. What am I doing here? Let me fix everything. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, there it goes again. All right, there. All right, here we go. Welcome to my channel this fine Monday morning. It's Monday morning for me. Today we're going to be doing Dephemerember. And we are going to be working on prompts. I think I'm doing this in the right time frame. I'm not sure. Snippets and Grandma's buttons. Oh, I don't have any of Grandma's buttons. I do have buttons. I'll have to pull them out in just a minute. Altered envelope and mud stain. No, mug stain. mud. I've got this Tim Holtz stencil that I'm going to use. I don't have the packaging anymore, but it's the coffee stain and some splatter, so I'm going to try to use that. I haven't used it before. But before we do anything, let me read God's word. Praise ye the Lord. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Psalms 106:1. May you always feel thankful and blessed by God's grace. Amen. That's why I always tell you to be thankful. I want you to have to be blessed. All right. Yeah, isn't this just a lovely little wooden box? I wasn't expecting these to come in this beautiful little box. So pretty. All right. And I have some shout outs. Emily Crochet, Tammy from Mystic Creative Cottage. If you pray, Tammy still needs your prayers. She is still fighting this infection, and she's trying to get her videos up when she's feeling a little stronger. But Tammy, please forgive me if I'm sharing anything I shouldn't. But you know, the prayers, God hears our prayers. So be praying for Tammy that she can get over this infection. Terry from Talon's Place Design. Susan Gazaway's Paper Crafting, Gwen the Trash Witch, Selena Stevens, Simply Cassie, and Debbie Reed 8341. And yes, Debbie is a new subscriber, and I just send you a great big bear hug, Debbie. I wish I were where you were, and I would give you a great big hug, unless you're not a huggy person. Some people are not. My youngest daughter is not a huggy, touchy-feely person, so I know not to hug her unless she gives me some clue that it's okay. Now my other daughter is like me, you know, she's huggable, she'll kiss you, everything, but not my youngest one. But Debbie, I just welcome you so much. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe and watching and commenting on my videos. I've been watching some of your videos as well, and so if you don't know Debbie, and I suspect some of you probably do, but if you don't, go over and see what she's up to. That's Debbie Reed, and I'll have her listed in my description box. And I'll have Tammy's listed in my description box as well, because she needs some special love right now. So thank you all for your beautiful comments. You know that they mean so very much to me, and I appreciate them more than I can tell you. All right, so like I said, this is Dephemerember 2025. This is sponsored by Barbra from 49 Dragonflies and Louise from Louise Hensel. And I watched one of Louise's videos the other day, and it really did kind of open up my eyes about the whole compartmental making. however, for the most part, I am just going to be doing one piece. I don't have the room to, I've got so many pieces of ephemera, they're falling out of my cupboard when I open the door. And they're not organized. I don't even know, I know where some of them are from. I've tried to keep them in either little containers or Ziploc bags or something. But I do really prefer to make with something specific in mind. And since this is going to be a small journal, I mean, I can add to it because I haven't finished it off yet. I mean, I haven't put any cover on it or anything. I can add more envelopes to this and make it much bigger, but because this is going to be a smaller journal, I am just kind of making ephemera with that sort of in mind. Now, I did kind of take what she said to heart the other day about making, you know, about the journaling cards in small print, because when I did my journaling card, where did I do with it? I know I put it in here. I just really don't like how I lose things and they're right in front of me. Oh, here it is. Right in my hand. Maggie, you're losing it. So this was my journal card, and I said I would come back to it. So I also took what she said to heart, and she was making these beautiful multimedia papers, and then, you know, adding her lettering and everything, you know, what she was going to do. And I thought, wow, that's really beautiful. But I'm not experienced with handling all those different mediums, the sprays and everything. I want to be. I have some. I just need to do it on my own, practice some, and see how to use them. I don't know how to use them, and I don't know that it's that big of a learning curve. But I haven't done it yet. I just need to do it. So this was my journaling card from that day. Now I did bring out some little stamps. I also have some little small, you can't read this, this is that nonsensical kind of script, but I was going to stamp this on there or put a piece of this on there, and then I found this little tiny stamp. I didn't even know I had it. I don't know where it came from, either Temu or Amazon, one of the two. Those are the only two places that I've ordered anything from. But this is a really cool stamping sheet, and on it I found this down here with the Tim Holtz finger, and I don't know if you can even see this right there, this little itty bitty stamp. It says little things. So if I have time today, I'm going to go back and I'm going to stamp that on here. And then I found these, I personally think they're very beautiful. These background papers, let me see if I can print it out anymore. Oh, this is another one, but there are just some beautiful, beautiful. I think they're beautiful. They might not be your cup of tea, but I think they're quite beautiful. So I said, well, I can use this instead of doing all those mediums. It's got different colors on it. You know, it kind of looks like patchwork quilt to me in a way. And I really like that because I used to make quilts. So I thought, well, I could use this kind of and get the same effect that Louise got, just not as involved. You know, I just had to print this out. Of course, it doesn't have all the beautiful colors and everything that she achieved with what she did. And Louise, I just was so amazed. I really was. Thank you for sharing all that. I need to watch more of you guys' videos. And so I thought, well, I can take one of these, and I stamped that script on here, and I thought I could add something else. You know, these can make nice little journaling cards. I always use journaling cards. Journaling cards are my favorite things. I don't really care for tags. They're kind of an afterthought with me. But I know people like them in journals, so I make them and put them in. But I prefer journaling cards. And I thought I can stamp on these and cut them out to make tags or cards out of them after I've kind of, you know, it's kind of like a masterboard in a way. So we may revisit that, but I don't know, because our main focus today is snippets and Grandma's buttons, and I'm also doing altered envelope and coffee and mud stains. But let's start with the snippet roll. Now, this is something else I've never done, is make a snippet roll. So I've got all of these fabrics here. You know, I pulled out this faux rice paper that I stamped on. This is a piece of muslin that I stamped on. I can use some of that. I've got some other bits and pieces. Oh, and some I didn't pull out yet, but I'm going to. And I started this. Now, my intention is to sew all the way down this, but I was going to wait till I added more things. So this is, here, I'm not going to unroll it all, but you can see it's at least well, let me measure it for heaven's sakes. Okay, so this is 2 feet. I bet it's about a yard long. Well, maybe more than a yard. 2 feet, here's another 2 feet. So it's 4 feet long. So what I decided I'm going to do is, for this video, I'm going to cut this off and make it a more manageable length, because you know, I'm hoping that I will use this. So I think I'm going to cut this, I think I'm going to cut this to be about 2 feet. That's enough for this video to work on. And if I do this in, what do they call it, is it, I don't know. But if I do it in small pieces, then it's more manageable. I don't know that I'm going to sew this today, but I've just glued this lace on here with my glue stick. That works really well. So I've got my coffee here that I've been drinking. Excuse me. So I've got lots of little things here. So anyway, let's just see what we have. Here's a pretty little circle. I probably meant to do something with this. I could put it on there. Triangle. There's some more circles. What I was going to do was kind of put, to start this and then layer on top of it, was kind of put triangles down like this. And I had cut some, but not very many. And then add other pieces to it. So I cut these squares. Then I thought I could cut into triangles as I wanted to add them. And then I could come back and like maybe put a circle. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't have that many circles. I probably was going to make yo-yos out of them and just never did. You know how that goes. All right, so I'm going to cut some more of these into little triangles. These little pieces of fabric. And Audrey, Cassie, and Terry, I got a notice from the post office that looks like your package, your Happy Mail will be delivered Thursday sometime. So I hope that's true. Even up in Alaska where you have lots of snow. You know, I hope the mailman I hope the post office does their job. You know, they're supposed to deliver the mail despite of rain, sleet, or snow, so we'll see how well that works. I must need a new blade in here. Okay, so maybe I'll put this blue in. I like this brown. Not pressing hard enough. So I hope everybody's doing well today. I am so far having a lovely morning, no issues. I got some laundry taken care of. And a couple of other minor things. Oh, you hear my granddaughter squealing? She must be in her walker. Now, if you're wondering where I got these fabrics from, I am going to tell you. Because then you know. I don't collect fabrics, I really don't. But when I was quilting, I joined this, oh, I cut this into squares. Maggie, what in the world are you doing? I joined this, it was called Creative, I'm pretty sure it was called Creative Notions. Some of you may be familiar with it. And I joined their subscription, and oh my gosh, every month you got this box, and then they start sending out these bags full of things. You might get quilting rulers, you might get, I really do need a new blade. You might get, like this, a rotary cutter, patterns, and you got fabric. Sometimes it was in fat quarters, and sometimes it was in these little charm packs. They're called charm packs. And sometimes they were in the 12-inch packs. And I didn't get too many of those. But I got a lot of fat quarters, and I got a lot of these little charm packs in the 5-inch squares. So I've got them all. I've saved them, and I use the fat quarters to make journal covers whenever I'm looking for something, and I also use them in my journals. You know, I like to put fabric in my journals whenever I can. And I don't think the last couple of journals I actually did put any fabric in, but I put it when I can. So that's where I got this fabric. So I'm going to use some of these for this project. And like I said, this is my first attempt at making a snippet roll. Well, I tried another technique once. I think I've still got it buried under my desk, and I did not like it very well. So I guess I can be gluing these down as I go. I didn't like it very well, so it's still under my under my pad here, my cutting mat. So I'm not putting a lot of glue because I do plan on sewing these down. I think I'll sew I shouldn't have really made this so wide as I did. I'll just wipe my disc off. I should not have made this so wide. Probably 2/3 of this would have been enough, but I can just cut it down the middle if I want. You know, I'm going to sew. My plan is to sew once I get it to the point where I'm ready to sew, and I want to start adding grandma's buttons, which I don't have any of, but I do have buttons. I can add them then at that point. So I'll have to revisit this because I'm not going to do this all in this video, that's for sure. I'm not going to bring out, it's not a big deal to bring out my sewing machine. It's just a little brother sewing machine, but it's loud, and it does, I have to put it right here, and it's not any noisier than any other machine I've ever used, but I don't want to do it on camera. Because something will go wrong. It's Murphy's Law when it comes to YouTube videos. Something will go wrong when you are on camera. So for that reason, I'm not going to do it on camera. But I will show you when I'm done. Because I do have buttons. They're not antique buttons, and they're not grandma's buttons. They're just buttons. So I want to add some of those. And then I figure I can cut this as I need it into, I think that's what you're supposed to do with a snippet roll. I'll definitely put some in my little watch my botanical journal. I will definitely put some there. And probably the rest of the snippet roll that I'm not decorating today, I will cut it into the same lengths, about 24 inches when I'm ready to use it. And then I can decorate it maybe for that particular journal. Usually I do have journals in mind that I'm going to make, but I don't right now. I just, over the weekend, sold one of my little doggy journals. Actually, I'm going to be honest, I sold it to my daughter. She wanted to give it as a gift. I had gifted her, she's a librarian, and I made a library journal. That was one of the first journals that I made when I started my channel. And I gifted it to her since she's a librarian. And I think my youngest daughter wants the Paris journal that I made, except I want to juice up the cover. Is that the right word? Juice up? Didn't sound right. The cover before I give it to her. I wanted to add some embellishments to it. And I am getting closer to 300. Not that that matters to me anymore. It doesn't, in actual fact. It is what it is, I'm happy, thankful, very thankful for what's happening now. I just love you guys so much, and I'm getting to know some of you on an individual basis, which is exactly what I wanted, and making friendships and creating relationships. And you know what? A person cannot ask for more than that. I mean, how much better can it get? So I am very happy and thankful. If the good Lord wants my channel to grow, He'll bring the subscribers. I don't have to worry about it. There's no need to do that. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do what I do regardless, because I enjoy it. Now I could ravel some of these, unravel some of these edges, cause them to fray, but I don't really want to do that at this point. I don't want threads all over the place. So let's move this up a bit. What else do I have in here? Maybe another colored piece of something. Let's see what we've got down here. Here's a pretty one. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I tried to, and then I don't know how to use this camera properly. I need to learn because I accidentally zoomed it in where my hands were like right here. I said, oh no, that's not going to work. So I had to turn the camera completely off and let it reset itself because somehow I zoomed in. Now if I could learn how to zoom it in and then zoom it back out, that would be perfect. But I haven't gotten that far with this camera yet. I'm sure it's very easy. This is not so far not a hard camera to use, but I just haven't. I've only, I know how to turn it on and how to pause it. I know the basics, the very, very basics. Boy, I should have cut these up. I started to cut them up, but then I got waylaid and... Oh, come on. Guess I could just put down little squares. Maybe I could do that. Let me see how big does this. I like the triangles better. See what else I got in here. Oh, these are some lighter colors. This would be kind of good. But I do want something bright. Maybe I'll take a piece of this green. Every so often it needs something bright. I don't know what I'm doing here. In the past, I had watched some videos on snippets, making snippets, but they didn't get into my brain because I just wasn't interested in doing that. So I should have set my timer for 45 minutes. I'm going to have to watch it because my battery will die, and I'm thinking this video is going to go beyond 45 minutes. So I'm just going to do a little bit on this snippet roll, and then I'll go to the other prompt. But you can see what I'm doing, and I will continue to work on this off camera, and I will show you the final result. Now this snippet roll is only about 23, 24 inches long, but it's long enough, if I want to cut some off to put into a journal. To use as a page edge, to make a tag or a belly band out of, and decorate it for that journal. And even put them as embellishments, I guess, on journaling pockets or tags. Where's the blue? Oh gosh, I should have cut these up off camera. Why didn't I do that? See anything new here? No, nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing exciting anyway. The only thing that's real exciting is my little granddaughter. She always brings that thrill to my heart, whatever she does. I love hearing her squealing and playing. My room and crafting space is going to be moved downstairs. Right now I have a pretty large bedroom. This house is a large house, and this is like a mini master suite, but it is a big place. I mean, it's a big room. So I don't feel overly crowded, but now that I'm accumulating more supplies and stuff, I am starting to feel it a little bit crowded in by it, which is not good because your bedroom should not be like that. Your bedroom should be for sleep and relaxation. And while this is relaxing for me to do, it's not relaxing to see all the all the clutter. And I try not to let it be cluttered, but it does feel like it's really, really kind of, just too much. All right, so I've got a little bit more than half of this done. I'll finish this. This is what I've done so far. And then I think I'm going to go back. The next thing I'm going to add is just some circles randomly, because I don't have that many circles. And add some circles randomly. I'll have to make some more circles. And then I've got some, where did it go? Where did it go? I've got too much here, too much. I will add, I've got a dryer sheet I want to add some pieces of. I've got some of this that I want to add. I want to cut this up, probably into little mini squares or something, and put, but all of this can be sewn. The rest I will I've got some of these that I can put here and there. I think I've got a little bow. I guess this is a little flower. I can add some of these and sew it all together. And then the paper kind of things I will glue on. But for now, you can see I've got a snippet roll going. And the glue stick will hold it just fine until I'm ready to sew it. I don't know if I'll get it sewed. I don't know when I'll get it sewed. I might get it sewed today. And I will come back and show you for sure. I'm going to cut some more squares off camera. Oh, mercy. Okay. I might want a piece of this. Oh, I've got some burlap here. I want to add this. Little pieces of this. Well, I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to put everything back in here except this. This, I don't think I'll need it, but I'm going to set it right there. What in the world did I do with that other? Oh, here it is. I might want to use some of this. All right, so I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to move on to altered envelopes and coffee mug stains. All right, so I have these 2 envelopes that I made. They've been sitting here with these books, so I see them every single day. I'm like, what was I going to do with them? I can't remember what I was going to make out of them. I might have been going to make a little journal thing out of it, you know, a little folio out of them. I don't know. But inside each one, this one had this piece of paper inside the envelope, and this one had this paper. Obviously, they were just cut-offs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the decorated, well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But I'm going to put the decorated edge into there. That doesn't fit. One of them didn't fit. That was the reason why I didn't do it that way. All right, so I'm just going to leave it like this. So there's the decorated edge. Then I've got these 2 pieces. I could put them here, you know, to fill in the white. Or I could just put them here and make either a pocket or a tuck spot. I want to make sure this look full closed. Yeah. I could do that. And then just glue this all together. Okay, do I want to put anything in here in the middle? I think I'm going to take this stencil, wherever it might be. I'm going to put some coffee stains on it right here and let it kind of spill over into that a little bit on both sides. And what should I use for that? I've got walnut stain. Finished photo. I think the walnut stain might be best. There goes my phone again. I'm just going to put it over here. And I'm so sorry for the reach. I can wash this off. Okay, so I'm going to put these like this. And that was another thought that just came and went into my head. And I don't know if this will work with this, but we're gonna try it just because I can. All right, so I got this thing, and it's this little sticky pad, and it's for stamping. Well, no, it's not really for stamping. It's more for I guess you could use it for either one. But you put your paper on here, and the paper kind of sticks to it, and then your stencil can overlap on it however you want it. And it helps so your paper does not move. Now it might not be so. I actually probably should just go ahead and glue this in there. So I'm just going to glue this flat. Yeah, I can't remember why I made these envelopes. Unless I was doing that video about this to close. And they're not exactly the same size. I think the pinkish one is a little bit smaller, but that's okay. So this kind of helps that to stay put. And this will help this to stay put to some degree. If you're just working on a flat piece of paper, I found this works like a dream. But because I'm not working on a flat piece of paper, I'm going to put a piece of washi on there. Put some washi down here. I'm just going to glue this here. Not glue it, but put a piece of washi. Now this doesn't take any sort of great skill to do this. I prefer stenciling over stamping. I know the effects are totally different. I know that. Oh, that didn't hold very well. This washi tape must be. Oh, my pad must be getting dry. This is not holding at all. That's okay. My battery died, so this video must have been at least 45 minutes long. So I'm going to set my timer for another 30 minutes because that's plenty long enough. I'll do what I can do. I'm so sorry. I think I just have to bite the bullet and buy some new batteries because these are dying much sooner than they should. So there, I set it for 30 minutes, so let's just see. I'll keep an eye on it. And then I realized I really didn't want to stamp on that. I wanted to stamp on these because these are what is going to cover up that white spot on those envelopes. But it did look pretty cool. I think I have another unopened walnut stain. I need to dig it out because this walnut stain is really if I'm going to ink, it's really my favorite to ink with. Stay put. But I just feel like this is probably not working the way that I really want it to. Alright, so I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to bring this back and move the washi tape for the time being. And I'm just going to continue and stamp this up. Do this some more. this has got coffee staining on it. I may want to do some more, but for now, I think that's enough to get me going here. I think that really does look like a stain there. All right, set that thing aside. All right, so this is going to go in here on the green side. And I just need to decide, do I want this to be a pocket or a tuck spot? I think I want it to be a tuck spot. This is going to be center-ish. Okay. This is going to be here. This is going to be here. Okay. And this will be right here. Same thing, I'm going to round the corners. I spilled my coffee on here. Oh no. What shall we do? What shall we do? Can't even tell that I'm inking this. Barely. Alright, same drill. What is the problem here? Okay, I want to glue this to here. Fold this back on itself. Follow the plan they had. This is thicker cardstock. I don't know what pad it's from. I can't remember. And see, this envelope's a little bit smaller, but no worries. I can always put some lace or something on that. All right, so I've got this. It folds up. It's got 2 tuck spots. Now what do I want to do with the back of this? Do I want more coffee stains? I don't know. Okay, so I think, oh, this is not sticking. What is the problem here? I think, because I don't know for sure what I want to do with this just yet. See, this is going to need some lace or something here, and same here. That's okay. We can fix it up, even it out, make it look even. All right, so I'm going to leave it like this. This is an altered envelope, 2 altered envelopes with mud stain. Well, some people call coffee mud. Mud staining on it. I might do some more on here, but for now, I think I'm going to call it good because I don't know how long I've been on here. And I said we would try to go back and visit my little I lost my little journaling card again. Where are you? Oh, here you are. All right. So the first thing I want to do is take this little itty bitty stamp here. And you guys know stamping is not my thing. But I do have a piece of foam here. I'm going to try to use this for a cushion under it. And I need a little thingy. And these are brand new. Make sure this is going in the right direction. Yeah, this direction. So I'm going to stamp here. Little things, I can't even read it. Little things. Guess I had ink all over myself. I always do. These wipes are not the best ones in the world. Sorry for all the extra noises. I'm so sorry. Let me put that back up there. Ink off my fingers and wipe this off. Okay. I do not want to lose this. I'll put this back over here for right now. Okay. And then I think I'm going to tear a little piece of this off. I'm going to put that there. I think I'm going to put one of these little flowers in here. I'm going to hold Jim. I know I'm talking to myself. Oh, Maggie, you're losing it today. I got a lot to take care of today. That's the problem. I had to pay some bills. And you know, it's supposed to be an easy process when you do it on the phone. I tried to do it online, which for me is the easiest, but I couldn't get things to work the way they're supposed to. So I gave up and had to call. I hate calling those numbers. Hate is a strong word. I should not use. I'm trying to learn to avoid not to use that word. But it's very frustrating because they never can understand you. They never can hear you. I don't want this right smack in the middle, maybe over here. Oh, what happened to my little center? Well, that's no worries. We'll just find another one. I love the stamp that I got from Amazon. It makes these little flowers all in one crunch of the stamp. So I just stamped on a bunch of scraps. I'm not stamped, but you know, used it on a bunch of scraps and got all sorts of different, you know, colors. So when I'm making them, I just pull out a base and a different color for the center, and then I'm going to put a little gem on here. There's a little something up there too. Should I put another flower? I have something else. I don't know where to put that. This is a little itty bitty one. I don't know. So here, I'm going to put this in here. So this is the revisited little card. I had these little stamps from little things. You can, some of them you can read and some you can't. So I'm going to take one of these. Oh, there's my other piece. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these stickers, not stickers, one of these stamps. I kind of like this one. For some odd reason, coming off of there. I need a little bit. Bigger thing. Okay. So I've got that little lettering on there. So I'm just gonna oh, that turned out nice. Right. I'm just thinking, what am I going to do? I wonder if this will, I don't know if this will, I don't know if I can make a, I don't know if I can, what am I trying to say, you guys? Help me. I've got to find a better place to put these bigger stamps. I wonder if this will, I'm going to try it down here because this is Christmas music and I think I stamp it out and it works. I mean, if I cut it out and it works, I'll save it. I'll put it in Rudolph somewhere. Ah, look at that. Now, if this had remained a thin piece of tissue. This you could have not cut this out like this. So I'm gonna put this in Rudolph so I can use it in there because I don't want to waste it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out a circle of this. And yes, this is totally illegible. It's supposed to be, I think. Well, it's a little jaggedy, but it's okay. I don't care that this is jaggedy. Just adds to the charm. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to put this. Doesn't really matter where it goes. And as you can see the glue, but it will dry clear. And it won't cause this to wrinkle up or anything. That barely shows up there. Well, anyway, I kind of took her line of thinking and then just did some different things on top of this. I love this stamp. I've never used it before, and I really, really like it a lot. But we need definitely something else on here. But, you know, I've been on here 25 minutes. I don't know how long I was on the other one. So I am going to get off of here for now and put these aside. We can come back to them at some point. I'm going to check these things off my list because I've addressed them, and I will further embellish or further decorate or however I'm going to use them. In my journal. All this has to be put away, but I'm not going to worry about this moment. So I've got my altered envelope. I'm probably going to make into a, well, this just does not stick on here. What is the problem? This one's stuck down fine. I'll probably make this into some sort of a little folio, maybe add some paper on the inside to journal on, to put in my little botanical journal, and I'll add some botanical type decorations on here. I think I will do some more stenciling on the outside with this coffee mug stencil. Yeah. So anyway, all right, I'm going to get off here for now. I'm going to say goodbye. I love you all. Thank you for being with me today. I hope that you stuck with this whole thing. Here's some of my, that little journaling card wants to just keep disappearing on me. Where in the world did you go, little one? Let me get here's my paper. Which can go in this basket because I'm going to use it on my, oh well, it's here someplace, buried under something or the other. But my other little journaling card that I worked on the other day, and then I stamped on it, I added that. Oh, mercy sakes, where did that go? Oh, well, who knows? So here we go, here's this. I said something needs to be added onto here. Maybe I should just stamp over this. I mean, you can't even tell it's on there. I'm not sure how to, what I can do to that. Oh well, I'll come back to it. Here's my coffee stained. And I'm going to do some more coffee staining on this. This is, and probably I'm going to sew some papers in here or add some sort of a little journaling spot. All right, everyone. Thank you again for being with me today. I appreciate it so very much. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up. That thumbs up is really important. Can't tell you why. It just is. And if you haven't subscribed, if you're watching my video and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And leave me your comment. Did I say that already? Leave me a comment? I don't know. But if I didn't, leave me a comment, please. And I love you all so very much. Remember today to be kind. If you don't come in contact with anybody, just be kind to yourself. Or send a friend a note. Just some act of kindness that you can do for someone today. And be thankful for at least one thing. What am I going to be thankful for today? I'm thankful because even though I have pain in my hips now from this bursitis, I am still able to get up and walk and move around and do the things that I need to do. I am very thankful for that, believe me, because I know it could be a lot worse than just bursitis, so I'm thankful for that. And do something that brings you joy, whatever that might be. I got a lot of joy out of this today, creating these. Oh, there goes my timer. You know, working on these things and talking with you all. So do something that brings you joy, whatever that is. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, like I said before, what brings me joy might not bring you joy, and vice versa. You do you. So I love you all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. Bye. I'll see you in the next one.